Well, somehow I managed to have procured myself quite a nice little mooring place for the night. I'm not sure that it's 100% kosher, but it's kosher enough. And then in the morning, I'm gone. Oh, there's a train. I don't even know what town this is yet. All I know is that I kind of found this little spot on Google with Google Street View and then Navily and Google Earth, and I'm like, that looks like a good little spot. And it is. This t-shirt, by the way, is from my friend Zach Coffin, who I met at Burning Man in 2001, way out in the playa, and he was spinning an 11-ton rock.
The basic idea of this is that the lifting rig and the base rig of this rock are tied together so that from the center point of the cable should be directly over the center point of the bearing, so that when you hang the rock, it is dead center over the bearing.
We got talking and he gave me a t-shirt and we became friends.
It'd probably be best not to discuss exactly how I got the rock on video.
Rock spinner. Did a lot of mileage yesterday. Just kept going, just like, okay, let's stop for a little bit and then move on. And so that was good. I could get to Avignon today, but it would be a stretch. These moorings are free, which is great because I don't need power technically, because I've got the solar. The only thing I need power for is heating, and it's not cold, so that's not an issue. And then I don't know, we'll see. if I end up having to pay for a place, that's fine, but if I can stay places that are free right now, even better. If it is windy, make sure that you're on the boat when you disconnect it from the world, because if you're on shore and you cast off the boat thinking you're going to hold on to it, you are not going to hold on to it. It's just going to float off into the sunset and you will be a sad person. So when it's windy especially, make sure you are on the boat when you cast off. So I just called the lock and they're cycling through it. It'll be about 20 minutes, something like that, 15-20 minutes. And when they asked me to wait, I turn around to face into the wind just because it's easier to control the boat. But it's way windy today. Not loving the wind. If I'd known it was going to be this windy, I would actually have stayed in my little port. The clouds are moving, the shadows of the clouds are moving at a good 50 knots. They're hacking down here. So it's not that windy right here, but it is fucking windy. The big boat ahead of me just got a green light, so I'm just gonna follow him in. I'm gonna try and find somewhere just to pull over and tie off after this, because it just adds a level of stress that I would rather not have. I'm also going to stay way back, because just in case something goes wrong when he's going in, I don't want to be anywhere near him, so I'm giving him a lot of space. I do not mind admitting that that was fucking scary, because I've got a good 25 knots of wind blowing behind me, and somehow I've got to catch that cleat. I got it first time, but I had to leave the boat in reverse to counteract the wind that was blowing. Didn't like doing that, but there was no choice. There's actual like white tops on the river back there. It's so windy, man. And to top it off, this is one of the biggest locks ever. I think it's a 15-meter drop, and we're going fast. The captain of the other boat is like making a joke about how waves are like rocking his boat around. I'm gonna wait until he's completely out before I move, because he's got big propellers and they're swishing the water around, and I got the wind, so I want the water to calm down a little bit before I go through it. We have actual wind surface here. There was a little stretch of that river that the wind and the currents and everything just all came together, and it was rougher than crossing the channel by quite some measure, and because the wind is behind me and blowing quite hard, it kind of makes the boat slur through things. I'm not quite sure what the correct boating term is for it, but as you come over the wave you start going down it, but the wind picks you up and just twists you sideways. Because I can't go ahead of that boat there, I had to do a circle back on myself and go back for about a kilometer and then carry on again, because when your boat is going like this through the waves, the trailing wind, you can get into all sorts of trouble. So you need to go faster. But if I go faster, I go past this boat, and I can't do that either. So that's why I did a quick loop on myself, so that I could go and catch him up again. And now the water's, you can see it's settled down a lot. But for a couple of minutes there, that was a little bit stressful. And I forgot to mention that at one point, I'm like, oh, there's a little harbor there, I can go in there quickly and just save myself from the rough weather. As I was going in, I went aground. You could just feel the boat go, whoa, and you're like, no, because you can't wait for a tide to get you off here. So fortunately the two big engines proved very useful at that point, and I just shoved it into reverse, gave it some welly, and backed off it. It's about 8 kilometers to the next lock, which will probably be a bit easier than the last one because the wind has died down a little bit. And then it's only another 2 kilometers after that to the place that I'm probably going to stay the night. That was a little bit easier than the last one, but not much. That was a big lock. I know I've said that before, but that was a really big lock. That was like 20 meters rise. They're like cathedrals. Anyway, just following this slow boat, and about another kilometer to go, and then I'm done for the day. I think I'm done for the day. So long as there's a mooring, I'm done for the day. And yes, it's still incredibly windy, which is why I'm done for the day. In the past, I have likened driving this boat to driving a bus on ice. I would like to add a little bit more to that. It's like driving a rear wheel steering bus on ice when you're incapacitated. would have been really good if the camera hadn't run out of battery. I'm not going to go to the Mediterranean. I'll just stay here. On occasions such as this, I tend to reward myself with a little fireball. If you'd care to purchase one for me, I would be very grateful. Cheers. I decided to wander into town and do a little exploring. It's still ridiculously windy, which means I am not going anywhere tomorrow. Okay, busted. Now you know what I'm really after. Baguettes. I'm really glad I found this little place. It wasn't on many of the maps. It wasn't on Navily. It wasn't on anything really. But I was just poking around on Google, like doing a little like search on the way south, and I spotted this place and I'm like, that looks like a marina. And sure enough, sat here all quiet, this wonderful little marina, this great little village. So I'm happy I did that little bit of research. And if you're going to go traveling, always take the trash out the day before you leave, because if you forget it, you'll be like, God damn it. So just do it the day before. And I just had a fourth person go, Jaywalking the World, I'm on your channel, it's really good. Oh, and yesterday I almost went in the dip. I was pulling on this rope, right? And I was standing right here, and I went to pull it tight so that it's secure, and I went, Wah! And it wasn't attached. It wasn't attached to the actual boat. And so it just slipped straight through, and I managed to let it go of it and grab this as I was falling backwards, and somehow I managed to not fall in the water. There's the boat. This is all sheltered, and out there it's just super, super windy. It's gusting to about 40 knots. If you're in the wrong place at the wrong time and a gust of wind hits you and sends you piling into the concrete, it could just get super ugly in seconds. So yeah, not going anywhere today. In fact, I should probably be editing right now, but I'm not. Sitting on the boat, although I quite like it, it's not going to get me fitter. And when I get to wherever I'm going, if I haven't gone and explored a little bit, I'll just feel bad about myself. So I'm going to go and climb that. This is the way. No, I lied. The other way is the way. Sometimes I like the easy way. Actually, come to think of it, about 90% of the time, I'll take the easy way. This is Ginger the dog, a border collie who speaks a little bit of English, correct?
Hello, c'est pareil.
Ouais,
C'est comme ça.
okay. Good to meet you.
Bonne journée.
Bonjour. Au revoir. He said we go up here, turn right, and the view is magnificent. When I was about 21, I weighed 180 pounds, and I stayed at 180 pounds forever. And then you get older, you're not doing as much, maybe you're eating more, I don't know, but it went up to about 190 to 200 pounds, and I'm like, ooh, too much, whatever. But you get used to it and you don't think about it. And then I moved from California to the UK, and when I was looking after my mum, I would still go out and walk every day. I would walk 4 or 5 kilometers every day. Rain, snow, sleet, didn't matter, I'd go out and walk. And that was okay. I kind of just hovered around 200, 210 pounds maybe. And then COVID hit and it just killed it, because I was just sat in my boat doing nothing, watching Netflix, eating food that could have been better. And one day I weighed myself, and it's so windy up here, the camera keeps on trying to fall over. And it was 260 pounds, 118 kilograms. That's like a horse. Over the past, I don't know, 6 months or so, I've just been eating less, eating less, eating less, eating less. To be honest, I haven't been getting that much exercise, but I'm getting more exercise as it goes on. It's kind of like goes one. I'm currently down from 118 kilograms to 104 kilograms, which is a lot less. And I will keep that up until probably November, December time, when I will weigh 86 to 90 kilograms, and then I'll be happy again, because I do not like weighing too much. In America, weighing too much is kind of normal. In the UK, weighing too much is kind of normal, and you have bad teeth. I don't have bad teeth and I won't weigh too much. So by November, by the end of the year, I will be my svelte 30-year-old self again. I won't be as fit as I was when I was 30, because I'm not doing all the production work, but I'll be in a lot better shape than I am right now. So looking down here, we have a boat. That's the little marina down there. There's the big lock just there. Where are we? There. There's a boat going up it there. Bridge is over there. And we're going to go down the river there, all the way to the Mediterranean, which is over there. I can almost smell it. I was going to say there's nowhere else I'd rather be, but that's not true, because this weekend is LIB. Lightning in a bottle, which is one of the greatest things on earth. And I don't have fear of missing out. I have the reality of missing out, because I am missing out. And I didn't go the very first year because it was just a little birthday party. The second year was a bit of a birthday party as well, but I was there the second year and every year after that. And I think they're up to about, I don't know, 17, 18, 19, I don't know. It's not been on the past couple of years, but it's a wonderful, wonderful event. And I strongly recommend you go next year if you can. Maybe I'll go next year, who knows. And Claudia, I know you invited me to go to Patagonia and climb the mountains there, but this is close, right? And the reason these streets are so quiet right now is it's lunchtime, and the French eat lunch. Okay, now we're going to try and catch the Ukrainians. I fucked up. I fucked up so badly. I fucked up really badly.
The boat ran aground, and then it was just a source of glaring frustration.
Okay, here's the mistake. There's rocks down there. The sun was in my eyes, didn't see them, and I went out between the two wrong pillars. And now I don't know what I'm going to do.